From Monday to Tuesday, you don't have any fun. From Wednesday to Thursday, just gonna out for a run. Friday and Saturday, you're always getting drunk. And Sunday, you stay at home and never go to church.
Reality is slipping. Lost sense of balance out the door. On your way down, look out for the floor. I won't lie, it was my fault for being unreal. I let you believe your mirrors and smoke. Just a miscommunication breakdown, but a lifetime's worth of insanity. Say good luck, but I don't care, 'cause I'm finally free. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Can you feed your deceptions? Can't read the writing on the wall, but I got no objection, 'cause I'll be laughing when you fall, yeah. Have you lost your mind? Was it ever there? Have we all been blind? Did this come from thin air? Can you find your way? Do I even care? You're not worth the effort. It's better off this way. Can you feed your deceptions? Can't read the writing on the wall, but I got no objection, 'cause I'll be laughing when you fall. Can you Can you Can you 'cause I'll be laughing when you
That was 3 Parts Dead. Name of that song was Feed. You are listening to MyNightOut Radio, only on RI Free Radio, at least for right now anyways. In studio tonight,
Because you got fired from that other station.
I think it was a mutual go pound sand situation from the other one. But in studio tonight, we have the one, the only, Davey Moore.
Oh, thank you.
He has so many different hats he's throwing into the ring for tonight.
Were you just about to tell a story that's one of those can't say this on the radio stories?
There has yet to be a story that I will not say on the radio.
Because if you remember, I had a short-lived podcast.
Yes.
That turned into a radio show. We filmed one episode, I guess you'd call it, here.
Yeah.
I want to bring it back, and now I'm thinking of a new concept of everything someone tells you that says, don't bring this up on the radio. But I want the whole show just to be the stuff that you're not supposed to.
I honestly, I've told the story of the most hilarious lap dance ever.
Yeah.
Trust me. My wife was in studio sitting right next to me, and she was
You're a
laughing
brave man.
No, it's...
No, your wife's
I
awesome,
am
though.
absolutely honest. I will not sugarcoat anything. If I
Yeah.
think you're a turd, I will call you a turd. But you, my friend, are not
Yes.
a turd.
Thank you.
You are an entrepreneur extraordinaire.
Yeah? Is that it?
As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, I am slightly rebranding the My Night Out Radio. We're going to keep the same name, but I'm just going to drink a lot more during the podcast.
You know what? I'm going to finally join you with my bottle of Jameson.
Now, part of coaxing Mr. Moore in, we had to give him a little bit of liquid courage.
Cheers.
Cheers. By the name of Mr. Jameson. Mr. Jameson stopped in nicely.
Oh, that hit the spot.
Oh, yeah, I can tell by the face.
Oh.
We're going to need a bucket soon. However,
I already said it was a rough night last night.
Oh, it could be a rough night
Do you have
tonight
any
as
gum?
well. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be part of the show, if you want to come on the air like Mr. Moore over here, MyNightOut Radio at Verizon.net, MyNightOutRI.com for all your upcoming events, MyNightOut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Look me up, DJ Psyco Eddie. I also cannot forget Mr. Tony Jones on the soundboard, making me sound as wonderful as you think I sound. Thank you for coming in tonight, Tony.
It's not an easy job.
No, I know. Besides that, you are also CEO and janitor of RI Free Radio?
And I swept the floor today when we came down here.
Which I was going to thank you because I have a tendency to walk barefoot, if anyone doesn't know that.
And first thing I noticed when you came to the door, besides a bottle of Jameson in your hand, was no shoes.
He was carrying it with his feet.
He's like, yeah, let me pour you a drink. I'm going to pass.
I'm practicing in case I lose an arm. I can still pour a beverage. Well, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, I got to talk about the meat and potatoes of the stuff that I have put down my neck hole in the last week.
Okay.
The first place I got to talk about, right here in West Warwick, beautiful downtown West Warwick, Millworks Tavern, Providence Street, West Warwick. I've talked about this place several times. The head chef, cook, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go with chef Donna. She will bring tears to your eyes. I mean, the food is amazing. She always does exactly the way you want it. I can't say enough about it. Of course, this time of year, Wachusett Blueberry is still on tap, or is just on tap. They have fresh blueberries floating in the Wachusett Blueberry. It was exquisite.
By the way, that's when I knew the craft beer trend had just gone too far. When bars in West Warwick have Wachusett Blueberry and fresh blueberries.
Well, I gotta say, and I'm not blowing my own horn, but when I was working for Blazes Billiards was one of the first places in West Warwick to actually stock on the regular Wachusett Blueberry.
Weren't they doing shows too?
They were doing shows. They did all sorts of stuff there. The basement was an entirely different situation, but we'll leave that alone.
I don't know. I don't.
You don't want to talk about that on the radio.
That will be on my new show coming up.
That's one of those things you can't put on the radio. But
Good. I need material.
Stories. I also stopped by Azo's Pizza. Actually, was it last Sunday? Dan Badandi from New England Wrestling. What is it? World. Throw me a bone here, Tony.
New World Wrestling.
No. Let him
World
just
Wrestling Extreme.
Wait, didn't you
Do
attend
what
the
you
show
guys did
last
to me.
night?
Do what you guys did to me. Just let him
Leave me hanging.
flounder out in the water there.
Okay, the NWWE /AIWF New World Wrestling Extreme AIWF Wrestling Show. That was last night at the American Legion Post 85 in Woonsocket.
That was good.
Got that all out in one breath.
Except for the laptop in front of you. But yeah.
It helps.
The best part of the food that was provided that last week was that I had bumped into Dan Badandi earlier in the week. We were talking about him coming down to do the shows, and I jokingly said, "Hey, bring us some pizza." And what does Dan Badandi do? Brings us some pizza.
I got to say,
That's all it takes.
That's all it
Yeah.
took.
2 blondes and a brunette.
No way. Just
No, I'm requesting 2 blondes
No,
and a
no,
brunette.
but
No,
it's
no, it
going to be
doesn't work
West
that way.
Warwick blondes and brunettes. So
Yeah.
Never mind. I rescind my.
It's
request.
the summer twins. Some of the teeth are there.
Oh.
Anyways, I did attend the NWWE AIWF Blood and Bones 6 last night up in Woonsocket. The matches, 8 matches. It was pure wrestling excitement. I mean, the people that were there, it was just electric. They had like 120, 140 people in this little venue, and they packed the place. And there were some high-flying moves. Dan Badandi, as you had mentioned just a few minutes ago, Dan Badandi, the Bionic Bull, he pulled out a victory off the Big Bear. Big Brown Bear? Big Bear? I don't know. The guy came out dressed as a bear, so I'm going to go with the Big Brown Bear. What was his name? Chainsaw. He came in. He squeaked out.
It sounds like a bad 80s gang.
No, Chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw
Get over
was
here.
one of the wrestlers. He is. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but I'm going to say it anyways.
Save it for my show.
Well, no, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it on my show,
Okay.
too, because I'm being honest.
Yes.
Jim Allen, who is the owner of the.
oh no,
New
you
World
can't break
Wrestling
kayfabe.
I can't. Oh, sorry. I'm going to do it anyways.
Hey, when I wrestled, I used to have a masked character, and the name of the character was actually not Tony Jones, and it was just me wearing a mask.
Well, how do you hide 6'10" tall?
It was just me wearing one of those Lucha Libre masks.
But anyways, Chainsaw, he got a victory as well. It was a disqualification, so he did not win the belt because you can't win a belt on a disqualification. The rest of the matches, pure excitement. It was very well worth the
Now
money paid.
this is local?
This was New England Wrestling,
No, I know, but I mean amateur.
semi-pro.
Is it?
Yeah. Brandon
I
Webb.
don't know if you were in some kid's backyard.
No, there were no mattresses, no
No.
piles of leaves involved. This was actual in a ring.
He was in some kid's backyard, but he couldn't go within
Is it-
100 yards.
There's an
It was someone else's
There's an
backyard.
intermission where you hear the mom yell out dinner. You're like, all right, guys.
Show's canceled.
But
half
no,
hour.
I gotta say, I had a really good time. I brought my niece and nephew, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
They had a blast. My wife, well, she's not really into wrestling, but she was there because it was at American Legion.
And she's still not into wrestling.
Yeah, no, she does not like the wrestling at all. But she stuck it out because, we're going to an American Legion. They usually have well-poured cheap drinks. I did, however, control the urge to drink last night. I did not drink, but it was a hell of
I
a
was
time.
trying to do that the moment I walked through the store.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No,
I'm usually the person that starts the.
I feel good now.
I'm a bad influence.
Let's have another one.
Let's do it. Okay, well, as we have this next sip of beverage, we're gonna go. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna leave here with David Begin. The name of the song is "Love and Lust." We'll be back
Oh,
in a minute.
his head just exploded.
Eyes of fire, they spark desire, caught you stare. You make me higher than the smoke that fills your lungs. And the light hits your body, feeling so naughty. All the crazy things you crave and what you got inside your wild mind. Your kiss is a chronic mix of gin and tonic. The motion of your body is written like a sonnet. And all things they flow in time. Will you be mine? Love and lust is terrifying. Yeah, which way do we go? Love and lust is mesmerizing. I just wanna know, but I'm wait till the morning comes. Oh. morning comes. I taste affection when you're coming from your arm. I post a picture and you like it from the start. I see you wearing my t-shirts mixed with some reverb, add a couple drums, guitar, and then a reverb to see if you're my kind. And all our music's a time, it's part of your design. Pull the words together, try to make a rhyme, and I want to call you mine. When will you find love and lust is terrifying? Which way do we go? Love and lust is mesmerizing. I just wanna know. Love and lust is terrifying. Which way do we go? Love and lust is mesmerizing. I just wanna know. But I will wait till the morning comes. Will you be mine? Will you be be mine? Love and lust is terrifying. Which way do we go? Love and lust is mesmerizing. I just wanna know. Love and lust is terrifying. Which way do we go? Love and lust is mesmerizing. I just wanna know. But I will wait till the morning comes.
I gave you a child, you didn't want it. That's the most that I have to give. And I gave you a house, you didn't haunt it. Now where am I supposed to live? I gave you a tree and you did not embrace it. And I gave you a nightmare and you didn't chase it. I gave you a dream, you'd only wake from it. Now I'll never go to sleep again. I gave you a treasure you'd only take from it. Look at the hole where jewelry had been. Baby, why must you escape from it? This love we once called a friend. Gave you my body and you ate it. I gave you 10 lives and you wasted 20. I constant and empty, helpless and bare, without remorse or left of me to give. You have vanished into the air in which I must live.
All right, My Night Out is. I know that's a little different than what you used to in listening to My Night Out, but awesome.
Allison's voice is beautiful.
That was
Absolutely beautiful.
Allison Callery and Bob Kendall. I Gave You, which is the Bonnie Prince Billy cover.
Yep.
Before that, you heard David Begin. The name of the song there was Love and Lust. And
Dave Began used to be part of Saddle and Fall.
Yep.
And part of Midday. He's doing C9, I think he calls his production company.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing. And obviously acoustic now, solo.
Now, this is the reason why I'm glad we're on a podcast, internet radio station, instead of a terrestrial radio station, because I get to do stuff like this.
I thought you were going to scream out like a curse word or something. You crack a beer.
No, I actually try to keep it PG-13 because there are people that listen at work.
And plus, with the two of us sitting here naked, nobody can see that.
Of course.
We're fine.
However, when we develop the video later, this will definitely be on a blooper reel.
Says you.
I'm going to need a whole lot of pixelation for that.
Just use a wide-angle lens.
I don't need much.
Okay, now let's get down to the meat and potatoes with Mr. Davey Moore over here.
Oh.
You've got a lot of crap going on in the next couple of months.
Yeah, I try not to think about that.
One stomach ache, one aneurysm at a time.
There's a law school thing, too.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that. So now
I'm
you're going to
I'm
law
doing
school.
immigration work right now, which I actually very much like.
Cool.
Yeah. Right across from the AS220. That's where the law school's clinic is.
All right.
So it's nice to be in Providence every day.
Good. Because before you were in Fall River.
The law school is actually out in Bristol.
All right.
Yeah. Well, the summer I did defense work in Fall River, yeah. Okay. But now I'm doing immigration work.
Now, when are you going to start doing entertainment law? Because really, I
took a copyright course and some other stuff, but I feel like with that you have to move out to New York or California or something if you really want to, earn a living at it. So my thought is, if I could be a resource to local artists, I probably wouldn't even. I can't say what to charge them, obviously, but depending on the situation, every situation.
That's part of the
I
reason.
will be a resource, even if I don't hold myself out as an entertainment attorney.
Well, that's part of the reason for that bottle of Jameson that I handed you earlier.
Yeah.
Because you helped me through a difficult time with someone from, I believe it was Africa, was trying to tell me to get rid of my my business name. And
I remember
you had
that,
helped me through that.
Yeah.
So,
Can you help me with the how the best to pay the taxes on the check for 25 cents that Spotify sends Tony Coates to the Green every quarter?
I cannot give legal advice until I pass the bar. Right now, I can only do immigration work because under Rule 9, if you're a third-year student, you can practice under your supervising attorney's license.
okay.
So I am a practicing attorney, but that's because I'm going through my supervisor's license. Right. So I can only do anything in the capacity. I know you guys weren't serious, but I just want to be clear so I don't screw anything up in my life. I can only practice immigration work through the clinic.
Okay.
Until I pass the bar, then I can do whatever the hell I want.
Well, now let's get to the fun stuff.
Yeah, nobody gives a shh about that.
No, I actually do care because, trust me, in my life, I'm going to need several lawyers.
Yeah.
I just keep screwing up. And
Like,
you know what? I actually was naive enough to think going to law school, like, all right, well, I'll save money on attorneys in my life and stuff. First thing with this whole venue thing is I had to go get an attorney. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to...
After bringing your wife to a wrestling show last night, you may need a divorce attorney.
Trust me. If that's what she's going to divorce me over after the crap that I've put her through in the last 25 years, a wrestling show is not even a drop in the bucket, my friend.
It is a good feeling when you know, like, I could almost do anything now because over the last, we've been together almost 20 years. So over the last 20 years, I've done far worse.
She has kept me from killing myself for more times than I care to even count.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like I said, I abuse myself, and not in that way.
Okay. Okay.
But let's get back to the fun stuff that's going on in your life. You're opening a club.
Yeah, I'm trying to, yeah.
You're trying to. Yeah. The attempt
everything
ducks are in a row.
Everything's the bulk of it's done except for this final meeting with the city.
Okay, so what's the name of the club?
Alchemy.
Alchemy.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that?
We were playing. There's a few people involved helping me. I mean, like obviously everything's through midday. It's my venue, but I'm trying to surround myself with the right people.
Yep.
So I have a good team so far. We got Noah from Fat Squirrel, Amanda from Consuelo's Revenge.
Yep.
She's bartending at dusk in the
Which
parlor.
I have to apologize for
her last name.
For screwing up her last name. I will just call her Amanda.
She's
from
been an
Consuelo's Revenge.
incredible resource. I try not to talk about, like, because I get the question all the time, like, do you sleep this and that? Because I try to do so much.
Yeah.
The truth is, I'm as lazy as they come. I could not leave the couch for 3 days at a time. I just have my spurts.
All I have
But
to do is tell
honestly
you is look around the room.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be able to do half of this without a support system.
Yeah.
And I do seek out guidance and from people I respect and trust. I'm not, that arrogant that I think I know it all.
And I haven't seen some of the people that you're using as references and people that you're talking to. I got to say, you're going cream of the crop. You're not just anybody that runs a business.
I think you're as successful as.
It's not like you gave Rob Duguay a job.
I gave him some dates to book. I truly believe that you're as good as the people you surround yourself with. So okay. I have Eric Benoit, who's been very loyal to Midday.
Yes.
He's the only one that's part of the Midday crew prior to Alchemy. I went through my spurts with law school and stuff where I had to take breaks, and he kept it going.
Yeah.
And I've had other people, and people tend to go off and do something similar. Cosolino's an example. He's a good friend. He was part of Midday for a short period. He's got his Madcap stuff and all that going.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Dave Began. He was part of Midday. Yeah. Now he's doing C9. So it's tough. It's people come and go, and you remain friends. But like I do want a steady sort of support system. So I've actively gone out and I include some of those people in all my correspondence, and we have meetings together and stuff like that. So I'm trying to do it right.
Now, tentatively,
as
you're making sure everything else that you have to do is in a row.
Uh-huh.
You have shows already booked for the next.
Yeah, well, because this process started early summer. I mean, I think it took like 9 weeks to get a date with the city. Yep. It's been a long time. I held off as long as I could. I mean, I have obviously assigned purchase, sales, and lease and all that stuff, but there's still odds and ends that have to be done.
You still got to dot the I's and cross the T's.
I have to hit the ground running, so I knew we were going to lose August. Figured we'd lose September, so I started in this months ago. So I'm like, I'll be safe and start trying to get stuff on the books for October, November, December. So when we're good to go, we don't lose a month now trying to book stuff. Yeah. And lo and behold, we're approaching October now. And we're cutting it very, very, very close. I mean, down to almost a day.
Yeah.
But everything that needs to be done is getting done. Everything's scheduled that needs to be scheduled.
What is your tentative open date?
Open date by the first event, or like when we actually do a grand opening?
When you're actually all set and you're ready to start running.
Yeah. Our first event is October 3rd.
Okay.
There's a technical way we're doing that event, which I'm not going to get into the nerdy stuff. And then we have an event on the 10th, so we have a little bit of a week break in there. Once everything is concrete, I will pick a date within there and have that as sort of like a grand opening. I don't know what the hell you'd call it. Open house, grand opening. So I want people to come to the venue, check it out, hang out, stuff like that. So that will be our big, hopefully, kickoff.
Okay.
So I guess you would call these other ones soft openings. Or
soft opening?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the terminology. I mean, they're all very important events.
I'm not looking over and I can hear Tony giggling at the term soft opening.
Well,
soft opening.
I was with all the maturity in my body, I had to bite my tongue, and when you said soft opening, not say giggity.
Well, but one other thing, really quick, we're also going to do the This Is Providence YouTube channel, which will be filmed at the venue. So that's going to be very much like the compilation series, where when we have artists perform at Alchemy, we'll film it high def, really good quality, and then I think instead of sharing full sets, we'll just do individual songs.
Yep.
So eventually, you'll go to that page. It'll be like a visual of the compilation. You'll have 100 different Providence bands. Instead of watching 40-minute sets, you just see a good song by Consuelo's Revenge, a good song by Rice Cakes, or whomever.
Okay. Well, hold that thought, because that's actually what I was going to touch upon after the break. But jumping the gun, it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I can't. Sorry, I can't read your mind.
Well, as you can tell by my screen right now, I have really nothing.
I see no notes, no
Flying by
anything.
the
I see a
seat
bottle
of
of
my
Jameson.
pants,
I see
you
an
know.
empty bottle of
Dr. McGillicuddy's.
butterscotch there.
Oh yeah, it's
I see our Narragansett light. Oh no, the light's
No,
gone. What is that
the
one?
light was the last one.
Pils-
This is
Pilsner.
the Bermuda style Pilsner.
Yeah.
It's actually quite good. If you want to help yourself, I
No, I'm
think
gonna
there's
have
another one. If not,
more Jameson, I guess.
Jameson?
Go
Okay.
figure.
Well, while we're getting refreshed, we'll leave here, take a break. We're going to listen to No Plateau.
Yeah.
The name of the song is Suspension. By the way, this is all off of the latest midday release,
Yeah.
and we'll talk about that in a few minutes too. This is No Plateau, Suspension. We'll be back in a minute.
Well, all the cliches in the book I'll try to know. Keep calm and carry on. It'll open another door. You speak of stronger bridges. All I think of is suspension. Something suddenly sitting over frigid damnation. I can't blame you for quitting, but I can't thank you for trying. 3 years felt wasted. You made sure they were mine. I drank all the cliches, puked them all up. Regurgitation was fine with you. It's not with me, it would never be. You speak of imperfection like it was unexpected. Everything elaborately enveloped in manipulating emotions. I can't blame you for walking out, but I can't thank you for sticking around. You left me with my open mouth, pointing blame at myself. I'll leave the cliches to the pros, Matt, Dan, and Tom. It's all the words that they all write are better than all of mine. Sometimes I feel like every combination has already been written. It leaves no satisfaction, only like a controlling preparation. I can't blame you for smoking, but I can't thank you for breathing. This soul is adjusted for it. It's getting torn open. You speak of stronger bridges.
song was Dead Static. Before that, we heard No Plateau. The name of that song was Suspension. Now, before we continue on, of course, we have Davey Moore in studio, Tony Jones making me sound as wonderful as I am.
Which, by the way, after that conversation we had about, Davey's aspirations in the legal field, and as we're at that break, I was returning some emails because I work 24 hours a day, and I accidentally made a disclosure that was covered under a non-disclosure. As we just talked about that.
How much money you got on you?
I'll give you a bottle of Jameson.
Sold.
Well, at least we got that covered. Well, there are a few people we do need to say hello to. They've tuned in. They've been commenting on Facebook throughout the show.
Probably making fun of me, bastards.
No, actually, they have not. Well, only one of them, two, maybe three.
Okay, all of them.
No, Rob Duguay, of course.
Yeah, you know that's coming.
He's gonna bust. Thankfully, I was there the night that the war ended, when people thought you and Rob were battling back and forth, and we had to take a picture at.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was a foggy night for me as well.
Yeah, that was one of those.
It was on 11/11 at the 11th hour.
It was. Well, anyways, we got to mention Jeff Danielian.
I screw up his last name all the time too. He's out of Warren. He's a real. He's a good friend, but he's also a supporter of the music scene. He just released two. I think he's on a second book of poetry.
Okay. We have Bill Lepedamine.
Yeah, he's a Providence staple. He's
staple.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. I screwed up her name last hour. Yeah.
You're gonna go for this?
Amanda Salemi.
All right, I'll give you that.
Okay. Well, Amanda, if I pronounce
She'll
it
give
wrong
you that.
this time,
I'm speaking for Amanda all of a sudden.
Of course, Todd Bowes. We have Matt Hebert out there.
He's from Cat Has Claws. Matt.
Which one?
Matt's from Cat Has Claws.
Cat Has Claws.
They're
We'll be
on the
playing a little bit later on.
Nice.
We also have to say hi again to Nina McCarthy from B&B Entertainment. Yeah. Or is it BB Entertainment or B Entertainment?
I think it's BB.
So you butchered her name last hour. You said her name right this hour, but you butchered her business.
So what should you want to go try again?
As true to form, my only excuse, and it's not even an excuse, it is the truth, I've been drinking.
Nina's a friend, and she's somebody I'm happy that's out there. Because one of the not consequences, I don't know, side effects of opening the venue is I'm not going to be able to do as much as what I was doing before.
Yep.
As a promoter, I used to try to do as much as I could all through Providence. Help all the venues, help as many bands as possible. There's a few people that follow that model and are very, very fair, and they're not the promoters that, they make promoter not a four-letter word. And Nine is one of them. Nate Cozzolino's another one. John White's another one. Jacob Wolf, he's doing a lot of stuff at Aurora and the Wolf stuff.
Yep.
There's so many Dave Vegans booking now. Joe from Zero Holds used to be Roman numeral 3. He's doing effing rad booking.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people out there now with a very similar model where they spread the love through the city, but very low barrier of entry and no forced pre-sales, all that stuff. Just a standard 3 or 4 band bill. Yep. Pay at the door, pay the bands afterwards. Cool. Some of the fairest promoters in the city.
I got to say, hanging out with Nina is pretty cool. I actually went to a camp out, a music camp out where we had.
Yeah. I know which one it was.
Chuck Mosley.
He's talking to the wrong person.
But, no. I was saying I had a chance to chat with Nina and quite a few people that play around, and they really nice people.
Yeah. She books at her own convenience. She definitely falls in the category of promoter, and she definitely loves the. Oh yeah. I mean, she goes to many shows that she can display.
You get a chance to talk to her though. You talk to her at length.
Yep.
She is probably one of the sweetest people.
Oh, absolutely.
She's Nina. I love you.
Most of the people that are, in my humble opinion, doing it right tend to be very nice, humble people. They're doing it more for the love of the arts and to give back. It's not, it's thinking it's going to be a great business model as a promoter in a small market. I mean, there's not enough money to go around. Yeah. Most bands are lucky to get $20 to go buy a pizza. Venues are struggling to keep their doors on. All right, I'm not going to go off on promoters.
I felt horrible one night having to give a band. In fact, Tony was at that show as well. Do you remember YMC, where by the time you split the door and everything else, these guys came down from New Hampshire and I gave them $20.
But that's what there is. That's what there is.
But
not every show's a home run.
Exactly. But
You guys want to talk about pay to play? Totally kidding. Totally kidding.
I'm not going to go down that road.
But can I say something about the compilation?
Sure.
So you made a good point. You played Alice and Calorie.
Yep.
And then we played a band like No Plateau. That's my favorite thing about this compilation. Is it's not tied to one genre. It is a snapshot of what happens in Providence.
Yep.
So I purposely reach outside of my own circles. I mean, they're friends, but like I want this to represent, acoustic performers, garage rock bands, metal bands, across the punk bands.
Yeah.
Anything that any artist has made their home Providence.
Okay.
So, and I think
that's
I think
kinda
what you're playing is a good snapshot. The stuff you're playing is a good snapshot.
Well, I went across. I did get a chance to listen to this whole album.
Nice.
And I can't say enough about it. It has everything from the really mellow to somewhat aggressive. I'm not going to be full on heavy metal, but aggressive music, which is right into my comfort zone. Yeah. And I really, I'm going to burn this and I'm going to play it in my truck.
Nice. We're going to do hard copies too. The reason we're limiting them to about 20, because obviously something digital I can put 100 artists. The reason we're breaking it up to series 1, volume 1, volume 2 is each one will have 20, and then we're going to burn them to hard copy CD. And I want to thank Caleb. What the hell's his last name? Ezra. I don't know. Caleb. Is it?
Ezra?
Well, he has another one. I'm going to screw it up, and then Amanda will kill me. It begins with a P. He's
it's okay. You've been drinking.
I did have 2 shots of Jameson. Anyways, he actually mastered the entire thing at no charge.
Wow.
And we're going to use mastering as a loose term because he wasn't going in messing with the EQ and stuff because the artist...
He was just bringing up the levels.
The levels are all even across the board, so you can have an enjoyable listening experience when you're in your car.
Well, every time...
And he did that just to... It's the same reason we released the comp, just to give back and try to help out.
Well, actually, if you go into my truck right now, I only have 3 CDs because I just got a new truck.
Britney Spears.
Missy Elliott.
No, it's all local music. Yeah. However, my old truck, when I sold it, it still had a few local CDs, local band CDs in the player, and I must have taken 50, 60 local CDs. People had come up to you at a show, here, have a CD, here's our music. Yeah. I had to have 50 or 60.
That's a midday social.
Well, the midday social I have to thank for a lot of things. One of them is the sheer volume of music I ended up with. Number 2, I went to, I think it was the second or third midday social was my first one. And I can attribute that to the success I've been having in the last couple of years.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I'm to the point now where I'm fighting for a weekend off instead of trying to get a booking. I've had more bookings since April than some bands have in their entire career.
Yeah, that's extremely good. It's been we had a couple on the books. The last 2 have been rescheduled, and that's on me. That event, out of everything I do midday related or music related, that event takes so much to put together.
Oh yeah.
I do have some people helping out, but a lot of them are the people that show up to those events, the radio stations, the promoters, the venues, the publications. Those are all my friends and contacts. So usually that invite has to come from me. That I'm chasing people around. I'm trying to put the panel together. I just waited too long in the last one with law school and everything else. It was just too much. So I will be putting one on the books because I think it might be close to definitely over a year since the last one. We could be approaching 2 years since the last social.
Just over a year, I believe.
Okay, we're somewhere in between a year and
maybe
a year and a half, whatever.
Because it's number one.
Well, the market has changed too. There's so many every time I turn around, there's new bands. Which for a small market, to me, the fact that I could still go out on a Friday night and see a band I've never seen before, it still floors me. So some of the bands playing right now don't even know what the midday social is. It's almost like when we talk about kids growing up now, they don't even know what a phone with a cord is. That's how rapidly it changes.
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
I've been in the music industry, we'll call it, in Rhode Island for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And I'm 450, 500 bands that I've worked with at this point, and I'm still stumbling across people I've never seen before.
Yeah.
People don't know who I am. I don't know who they are.
That's why I've always personally, that's the compilation's a snapshot of this too, but my philosophy, and I've already said this about booking, I tried to move around, but I also try to get out of my own circle. So in one night, I could be over at Columbus Theater, watching the Rice Cakes upstairs, and then over at News Cafe, then over at Firehouse, then over at Fat. I like to get out of. So I've shown up to places where I don't know a single person in the room, and to me that's a good feeling. audience because you end up everybody knows everybody.
Honestly, I like that.
Yeah,
because
I
you
do
sit in the
too.
corner, no one bothers you. You don't have to have that.
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love having conversations with people, but there's some nights where you just don't want to.
I also think it's dangerous, and I think a lot of promoters are guilty of this. When you do anything, whether it's owning a venue, promoter, or whatever, it's easy to surround yourself with people where you sort of become the king of your domain. So you're surrounding yourself with people that really respect what you're doing. And I've always made it a point to step outside that. There's obviously a very loyal, what we say, like the midday family and stuff like that, like close friends and stuff. And I give other people, like Rob DeGay, you'll see him all over the city. That's why the promoters I've mentioned, I love and respect because they're not just at their own events. In one given night, you could look around a room and see Nate Coslina, Rob DeGay, Dave Vegan, Nina, myself. You could see 5 or 6 promoters at one event supporting somebody else's event.
Yep.
There's a lot of people I can't say that for, where you never see them outside of.
Just named pretty much the diehards that were at the ill-fated Comic-Con after party that Tony and I did.
Why was it ill-fated?
Because I think you guys were the only ones that really showed up
Oh,
on stage.
that's just.
But no, the bands were awesome. It just was. There was so much going on that
Yeah.
night. But I'm going to cut that short because we are running dangerously low on time.
Okay.
We have a few more songs that we have to get to. The first one is going to be Cruel Miracle. The name of the song is Just Take It Now. And we'll be back in a minute. That was actually Cruel Miracle, and the song is Just Take It Now. In studio, we have Davey Moore, who has very critical information about the upcoming Midday Social.
Yeah, to finish the thought that we were on before we went to the to Sadie Crew Miracle, who Sadie sings for. I want to get that on the books as soon as possible, but the year-end's going to be so busy. So the first one, and it will definitely happen, is probably going to be January, February. So I have enough time to put it together.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to put it at the Met if they're not, if they're still willing to work with me after the last two. And if not, obviously I'll go to Alchemy or somewhere. But that's one of those events I'm still going to move around the city because the point of it is to showcase Providence.
Exactly.
Not everything I do is going to go to my own personal venue.
And I got to say, and I said it before, I attribute all of my success to the Midday Social because,
I don't think you should say. I think the fact that you're a hard worker might play a role in that too.
I am a networking whore.
Yeah, well, that's what that event is.
You between the Midday Social and just getting together with some of the local promoters, I owe it all to you guys. I mean,
we should probably say for people that don't know what that is, it's a networking event. Obviously, we would bring out every radio station promoter, everyone that we can, at least venue owner, publication, anyone involved in local music and arts.
Any type of music involvement.
Yeah, and the band, it's free. All open to all genres, free.
Well, to show up is free. To drink costs money.
Well, actually, you're buying a product. That's your choice. I'm not forcing that on you. Please drink.
Please drink. Please drink a lot.
Buy me a drink. But yeah, are we closing up? Because
I think we're pretty much done.
I'm gonna do a shout out. I want to thank God. No, I'm just kidding. Tim Davis is another one. He was at the Spot Underground.
Yep.
He's been instrumental as well. He's another promoter too. I should mention, one of the good guys out there, doing it what I would consider the right way.
Cool.
As opposed to your friends, Eddie.
My friends? I have a lot of friends.
I know you do.
And honestly, I
would never put you in the middle of anything. I was taking probably an inside shot. Nobody even knows what I'm talking about.
When people ask me to show up, I show up.
You should. It's a paid gig. Absolutely.
Paid or not, I just show up.
Oh, you're a good man.
I got to get out of the house. I've been married for years.
I should probably thank my wife, Michelle, too, for putting up with me.
Well, my wife, that's an understanding. If it wasn't for her, I'd be dead right now. And I will readily admit that at any point. A couple of guys I do have to say hi to, though. Louis Castellanos from Cruel Miracle. He posted up on one of the posts that were up. Jenkins B. Jenkins. You know who that is?
I know.
Have you heard of Frenzy of Tongues?
Oh, yeah.
He's the lead singer for Frenzy of Tongues.
Yeah.
Todd Bowes, of course.
Todd was just in Desk. He's working on a new project.
I'm surprised. One and done with Desk.
They were never meant to be, and they're amazing. And I actually fought for them because they have Boston and Providence members.
Yep.
And they were coming at it swinging. They came out swinging as a Boston band. I'm like, no. They're a Providence band.
Of course, we also have Julie Bozek and Aaron Frank also.
Julie's in Cat Has Claws.
Yep. So all these guys popped in, at least threw a like on some of the stuff that we had up going. Rob Duguay, he's a hell of a guy. He puts up with us, and pretty much every time we talk about him, we got to badmouth him because he's such a nice guy. He puts up with it. Everyone else, thank you for listening. We won't be able to get to the whole song because we're going to have to finish.
Before we do that, please find Midday Records, Alchemy, Midday Presents. All that stuff's on Facebook, Twitter, all the social media.
Beautiful.
Grinder.
We're going to leave here with
the hell?
Cat Has Claws. I'm just going to ignore that last one, Mr. Jones. Thank you very much.
I did get Snapchat.
Eddie doesn't even know what Grinder is. He thinks it's a big sandwich.
Judging by the way you had your hands,
No.
I'm doing that on Grinder too.
I'm kind of sure what Grindr
You might find a big sandwich.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Don't forget, if you want to be part of the show, MyNightOut at Verizon.net. I'm going to not tell you the rest. You can listen to what happened earlier. The name of the song is Cat Has Claws.
That's the name of the band.
The song is Out West.
Yeah, you are done. Here comes my next shot of Jameson.
Have a good night, everybody.